So this is the revival of a 10-year-old project. I had put it away because we weren't using it. And then I pulled it out and tried to figure out how it all went together and realized that I had no idea how I put this hardware together. So this is basically an Arduino Ethernet, which is like an Arduino with a built-in Ethernet shield. And then it's got a Adafruit NeopPixel Shield on top of it, which is a 40 LED RGB LED NeoPixel array. And then I've also got a little Nokia 5110 style LCD display that are super popular, or they were. And now every time I play with one of these, I'm like, why don't I put it on every one of my projects so I can do scrolling status? Now, what's weird about this project, and this is in a GitHub repo, which of course I didn't. You know what? Let me see if I can bring it up. This is in this GitHub repo, and it's in this thing called build monitors. And build monitor devices, right? And so I had built a whole bunch of different monitor devices, and it was so we could do builds for it. So anyway, so this is the repo we're talking about, and this is the Arduino Ethernet NeoPixel project. And so just to give you an idea what it looks like, did I reboot this thing? So I'm going to reboot it again if I didn't do that. So it comes up, flashes the lights, connects to the Ethernet because it's got a hard wire. When it's done, it flashes again, and then it puts up the IP address on this little display. So now I know the IP address of it because there actually isn't enough space for MDNS on this, for dynamic DNS kind of thing. So it turns out this thing coughs up a web server if you connect to the IP address on the display. There are a variety of commands, and I think I got that right here. So you can set individual values, like the third LED, you can make the green be 22 instead of, max value of 255. So you can control individual RGBs, or you can control the RGB of the entire array. You can also write to the display. I'll show you that in a minute. So the first thing here is the user interface. I'm gonna let go. You can see it got greener, and now it's going to get bluer. And if I pull it up here, it gets really blue, and it's super bright. And so this basically, when you let go of these, just does a form post for that, and you can see how that works. So I'm going to turn all these off and give you an idea what the form post looks like. I'm using this little API tester. So it turns out, actually, I'm going to clear the display because you should be able to see that. So I'm going to turn on 3 lights, R20. I'm going to turn on 20, 30, and 11, and I'm going to set the red value. Why didn't I put a number there beforehand? I don't know. Anyway, so what happens here, the value for this doesn't matter. So let's just, let's use 6, 7, 8. I'm going to clear the little LCD display, I think. There you go. So the LCD display got cleared, and we ended up with 3 of the LEDs turned on instead of a bunch of them. I can also do S3. So that says, put some text out. I don't know why I made it S. It should have been T. Oh, it's string. And I'm going to put that on the 3rd row. There's like 5 rows on this thing. So if I do that, you can see that stars showed up there. I can do S0, and I can do, I don't know, what's a good character that you can see? Plus sign, maybe? Put it out there, and boom. And then you can see that it's got plus signs, maybe, if I zoom this in right. So that's it, right? This is an Arduino Ethernet with a NeoPixel shield on top of it. And, the other only weird thing is with these Arduino Ethernets, I don't know if you can see it, this is actually a 3-layer. And that's because the Arduino Ethernet's on the bottom, and then I needed a way to hook the 550 or 5110 display to it. So I put a little shield on it, and because of the way the Ethernet jack works, I ended up doing a little cutout. You know what? Maybe I can show you what the pieces look like. You know what? Does it matter? And then the top shield goes on top. So I have this 3-layer package, and if I were to mount this in a case, I got to expose the LEDs, and then I got to figure out a way to mount this LCD. So that's it. If you go to this Build Monitors project and just look at the Arduino Ethernet NeoPixel section, right? Because it's the only one we're talking about. It will show you how to hook up this shield, have a little bit of instructions, some links to this, not this video yet, but eventually. And that's it. Have a great day.